I don't think I need to repeat the obvious, but this Mr. Beast situation is beyond drama. It's beyond scandal. It's to the point where there very well could be legal ramifications. There very well could be some level of accountability that Mr. Beast and his company are going to have to face sooner or later. There's been allegations about illegal lotteries, rigging competitions, animal mistreatment, and whatnot, but what we are seeing right now is that there may now be very serious issues when it comes to human safety and production. The news and development around the Mr. Beast dilemma is so insane that we very well could be seeing a massive nightmare in Mr. Beast's hands. Recently, we have been getting a ton of breaking news and stories regarding Mr. Beast's Amazon game show. Many mainstream organizations have been claiming that contestants have been reporting unsafe filming conditions, which only further serve as a huge PR disaster for Mr. Beast following Dogpack's expose. Let's look into what some of these reports are. So here we have an article by The Wrap saying Mr. Beast Amazon show accused of unsafe filming conditions, lack of food, and medical care. One anonymous contestant tells the New York Times they saw other participants leave on stretchers. Now, to be clear, I think this story was first broken on the New York Times, or at least I think that's how it went popular at first, and the article goes as follows: willing to die for Mr. Beast and $5 million. The contestants in the internet stars Beast Games expected outlandish challenges and signed contracts that acknowledged risks of serious injury and death. Still, few were prepared for the conditions on set. Acknowledging risks of serious injury and death is par for the course and commonplace in a lot of reality TV shows, and some people will probably use this as an excuse saying, well, they knew what they were getting into, why did they do it? And while I would make that argument myself as well, the way these reports are sounding doesn't make this argument very strong, and you'll see what I mean. Now, going back to the Wrap article, because I will not be paying $5 for the New York Times, we can see this right here. As previously mentioned, some contestants were seen on stretchers, though it is unknown whether they faced any serious medical conditions. There have also been accusations of contestants vomiting, passing out, and being taken to the hospital. Here's where it gets a bit iffy, because some people could potentially be pushing themselves too hard to compete, leading to some unfortunate circumstances. Reports even claim that they don't know if there are any serious medical concerns, but again, that idea starts becoming less and less viable the more we keep reading into these reports. Here's what I mean, just take a look at this. Those who spoke to the New York Times also complained about the food, claiming that they were only fed twice a day and that these meals were sporadic, small, and did not account for dietary allergies. A representative for Mr. Beast disputed the 2 meals claimed to the Times, stating that contestants were fed 3 meals a day. This is where alarms really start ringing, because at this point it starts becoming word versus word, he said, she said, and hearsay. Like, who do we believe in this case? This is where things start getting extremely muddy, because without actually being there to talk to these contestants themselves or to witness this activity, what do we make from this? These are allegations, and as much as I'd like to give the benefit of the doubt, typically reporters like these are very careful to vet information and are usually vetted themselves to avoid making claims that could be disastrous to their company. This is one of those stories that is incredibly conflicting to me because, again, at this point, this is beyond drama. This is beyond internet sensationalism. These things matter, and people's well-being may potentially be at risk. Something that I want to bring up in relation to this as well is that Mr. Beast has yet to make a statement or address any of these issues. It is only Mr. Beast representatives, and the longer it takes for someone with a voice in the company to make a public statement, more so Mr. Beast himself, the worse this looks no matter which angle you look at it. We got the Chris Tyson scandal from last week, the Dogpack expose from around the same time, and now this, with another Dogpack video on the way. It's come to the point where something needs to be said soon, or the harder it becomes to give the benefit of the doubt. Anyone who watches my videos long term knows that I love to see things from both sides. I love diving into motivations, interests, counter arguments, and just being analytical through and through, finding ways to rationalize anything. But in this case, it gets harder and harder to see Mr. Beast in a favorable angle anymore. Let's keep reading this. You'll see what I mean. Contestants have also claimed that their medications, which they were not allowed to have on their person, which is a very big issue, by the way, were not distributed in a timely manner, nor was their clean underwear. Participants in this first round were offered $1,000 for their troubles, whether or not they moved on to the next round, The Wrap learned. I find this to be even more troubling because of personal experiences. When I was younger, I had asthma, very bad asthma, not that it's relevant, but it was very, very daunting to not constantly have an inhaler on me at all times. So if these claims are true, I very much feel for these contestants on a very personal level. These are people who have put their real life and responsibilities on hold to become entertainment for not just Amazon, but also MrBeast Productions, and also potentially to millions of people who will possibly watch this through Amazon Prime. It should be expected that these people are treated with significantly higher consideration than what is being reported if this is all true. That's about all of the relevant information that I wanted to cover in that article, but it appears that there are more concerning reports that sort of align with something that Dogpack claimed in his video. The claim that MrBeast's videos are rigged, scripted, and have staff members on standby to compete in these game shows. So keep in mind, the next thing that I'm going to be showing you guys is an allegation. It's a little bit harder to just take at face value, but I believe that there might be some merit to it. Maybe sort of take it with a grain of salt. It's really up to your own perception. So let's just get into it. Somebody claimed that the MrBeast game show was actually rigged and has a predetermined winner. As this article goes, it states, an alleged Beast Games participant has taken to YouTube to make some claims about Jimmy, MrBeast's Amazon Prime game show. The individual is named Scott Leopold, and his channel on the platform has 2,090 subscribers. According to Leopold, the series has a predetermined winner chosen by the producers. Leopold claimed he had been misled by the project and would not have participated had he known that he would not be winning the $5 million prize money. Here's what he had to say. We were put into a group and this person came out and they said that the producers will be picking the person that wins the $5 million. And they said that the producers are putting up the money, that they are putting up the risk, and so they are going to be the ones to pick who it is, and there's not much they can do about it. Once I heard that, I really felt that I was being taken advantage of. They brought me there. They didn't tell me that up front because I probably wouldn't have done it if there wasn't going to be a chance for me to win the $5 million. The video has since been privated, unfortunately, so we can only go off these quotes, but the allegations only get harder. He further alleged that most of the participants were actors. They needed background people, which explains why most of the people, including myself, are actors. We got this opportunity presented to us either through agents or casting networks. It feels like they just wanted to get cheap background people to come on and participate. If this is all true, keep in mind these are just allegations, then MrBeast is going to have an absolute shatter of credibility, because it really further cements the idea that MrBeast is not that authentic, that MrBeast is dishonest, and that maybe there are other things that he hasn't been too transparent about. At the end of the day, at this point, MrBeast needs to make a statement and address just about everything that has been claimed in the past 2 weeks in regards to his involvement with Chris Tyson, the Dogpack video's allegations of illegal lotteries and rigging, as well as giving some insight into what exactly is going on behind the scenes at the Beast Games Productions. I have to say this again. If there is any ounce of truth to the allegations that the Beast Games are unsafe and it has a predetermined winner, imagine how crushing and upsetting that must be to other contestants who, again, are putting themselves at risk, putting their lives on pause, potential careers and responsibilities on pause to compete for a reward that might never actually be something they even had a chance at winning. It's incredibly demoralizing as an outsider looking into just allegations to even consider this. Now imagine if it is the case, imagine how crushed these people are knowing that they just wasted their time and effort over what potentially could be nothing. I mean, let's be fair here, at the very least, who knows, maybe these people are getting paid really well for their time, maybe they're getting a fair amount of compensation. Last I recall, these events are usually volunteer only, but if some people are already getting compensated $1,000 for inconveniences, there is probably a lot of generosity behind the scenes, but again, that's only just a guess. Maybe they're not getting paid anything at all. Maybe we are only hearing of the bad at the moment because it makes for a good headline, who knows. And this is why MrBeast himself really needs to come out and make a statement to clear any misconception or misinformation up, or to even shed light on some allegations. It doesn't help that he's currently ceasing and desisting Dogpack, as it gives him a really shady look, but at the end of the day, I want the truth in all of these things to come out without a pathetic PR filter over it. Take everything I said in this video as you will. A lot of these things are only allegations, and without actually witnessing a lot of this stuff that even some of these tabloids are claiming as alleged as well, there is not really a lot of certainty besides the fact that this looks really bad. And that's pretty much everything that I got. Thanks for watching this video and listening to me yap, and that's all I got for today. Later.